COFOA Fed in Action, Building National Organizing Power in El Salvador in a Time of Crisis. Fed in Action international organizing effort began in 2003 at the invitation of Cardinal Oscar Andrés Rodríguez Maradiaga of Honduras and bishops across Central America. Bishop Elias Samuel Bolaños Avelar invited us to begin organizing in the Zacatecoluca Diocese in a short time. 800 residents on June 21, 2008 gathering and voted to launch COFOA. El Salvador, along with Honduras and Guatemala, called the North Triangle, suffered negative impacts from the United States economic and political policies. Civil war and a rampant gun and police violence cause people to live in fear. The environment is being degraded by mining and climate change. Many people cannot earn enough to support their families, while wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few families. Politics are polarized, partisan, and serve the rich. All these factors result in forced migration. And now, U.S. immigration policy, the COVID-19 pandemic, and recent flooding have created a crisis. But COFOA is responding to the crisis and building national power to change this narrative. For the past 11 years, Alberto Velázquez and COFOA staff have been developing leadership teams in local parishes and communities. Thousands have joined in successful efforts to win resources such as bridges, new roads, health clinics, property deeds. All these efforts require collaboration, pressure, and partnership to get mayors and legislators to work with communities. COFOA is clear that people need to rise above polarized partisan politics and lift the voice of ordinary people to revitalize democracy. Expansion. Seeing success in La Paz, Fray Octavio Cruz, companion of Bishop Romero, invited COFOA to begin organizing in the San Salvador Archdiocese in the department of San Salvador, La Libertad, and Cuscatlán. Leadership teams are formed in communities and dealing with local issues, especially access to water. Local communities in across El Salvador do not have clean water for families to drink, bath, or wash their clothes. In San Juan Opico, people have formed cooperatives and drilled wells and are delivering water to 6 rural communities. In Soyapango, people are pressing the mayor and Ministry of Public Works to open wells so families can get water. Over the past 11 years, COFOA has trained 1,000 leaders, mobilized 18,000 people, and secured resources estimated at more than $15 million. In March, Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele closed the country and quarantined everyone in their homes. While successfully handled the pandemic in check with only 4,900 cases and 113 deaths, people who survive day to day are suffering increasing hardship. This crisis was made more extreme when Hurricane Amanda flooded many parts of the country and left hundreds homeless. COFOA was able to respond to the needs of the most vulnerable because leaders know their community well. COFOA has taken some important steps to identify and address those needs. COFOA leaders are conducting house-to-house census to stay in touch and learn about people's needs. The most basic and immediate needs are food and water. Leaders have organized food collection drives and set up centers for distribution. More than 1,000 families have received assistance. In the midst of this pandemic, COFOA leaders are also continuing their efforts to press local mayors to provide water in communities that don't have access even in good times. Many families pay for water service they don't receive or buy bottled water to survive. COFOA knows that while this work to help families survive is important in the short term, the long-term solution is to build the power needed to drive systemic change. So, COFOA's plans is to grow a strong political presence in 6 departments in the next 2 years, giving leaders access and influence to more than 50% of the national legislators. Also, COFOA leaders would explore the possibility to bring independent legislators to the Legislative Assembly to have political incidents out of the control of political parties. COFOA is also relaunching an organizing effort in Guatemala and will begin to visit clergy in Honduras when travel is permitted. We're also proud to participate in the Fading Action Border Initiative and build the power needed in El Salvador and Central America to address the root causes of forced immigration. A global effort is required to overcome violence and injustice everywhere. Together, we hope to build a world where all can thrive.